Starting this video off, I'd like to explain my relationship with the live-action Transformers films. I saw all of them up to Age of Extinction, and that film was violently terrible, so I washed my hands of the franchise. I even skipped Bumblebee, which I heard was good, but I didn't care. But now I have this channel, I'm trying to be more open-minded. Let's give it a shot. Michael Bay hasn't directed one of these in a minute. How bad could it be? This Transformers film takes place on an alien world inhabited by a giant robotic species known as the Maximals. At least the intro takes place on this world. I say that because we're introduced to a planet-killing villain who is currently in the process of trying to add to its arsenal by searching for a key. This key essentially allows our big baddie to destroy worlds. That's what we're here for.
He's a bad man!
This goal is almost accomplished, but the Maximals manage to leave the planet before our antagonists can get their hands on the key. Then we cut to New York in the early 90s, where we meet our human characters and our Autobots. They will be taking us through this 2-hour cinematic experience. And how is that? Honestly, not bad. There's plenty to hate in this movie, but there's a lot to like too, to the point where I feel the pros and cons are waging a war with each other. One minute I would love it, and the next I would scoff at how bad a scene was. This went on for the whole film, so let's talk about the pros and cons. Starting with the pros, we have a much stronger focus on the Autobots and the Maximals compared to the previous films. The action is also framed great, and our characters are charming and likable. Cons include a lack of focus in the script, and some of that trademark cringe humor we've come to expect from these Transformers films.
We don't really do much reading.
Okay, it's not that bad, but it has the same vibe, which still isn't good. Pete Davidson's character Mirage was tremendously funny most of the time, but he dropped a line that had my whole theater groaning.
You surprise me to how shit you are.
That being said, I do feel this is the most enjoyable Transformers film we've got since Michael Bay's first back in 2007. I cared more about these characters than any of the previous ones, found their motivations relatable, and I was invested for 2 hours. Oh, and the most notable thing for me was the soundtrack. Nothing but classic East Coast hip-hop. Between this movie and Spider-Verse, there's a whole new playlist I need to bump. Closing this one out, I recommend Transformers Rise of the Beasts. I don't think you need to rush out to theaters to see it, but I recommend watching it. I never thought I'd get to say that about a Transformers movie again.